You're now tuned in to Big Bang Boxing News.
It's your boy Big Juke with the scoop for Big Bang Boxing News, and I'm here for it. Today we got a special guest. Today we're going to talk about the whole Tyson Fury Glovegate scandal. More information has surfaced about him paying somebody off to, for failed drug tests, talking about boar meat. We're going to talk about that today. I want my guest to introduce yourself.
Quiet Storm.
Quiet Storm. So we're going to talk about this. I mean, old media wants this to go away, but it's still here. It's not going away. We're not sweeping it under the rug. The best argument that people have to say is, let it go. No, we're not letting it go, because this is more serious than just a boxing match. This is people saying that we're not going to take this no more. We're not going to be bamboozled, scammed, tricked, and deceived, So new media is all over this. Old media they want to sweep it under the rug. The ESPNs, the Fox Sports, they want to sweep it under the rug. But we here, and we're just going to break down the whole thing from the fights to the gloves to the PED to the character of Tyson Fury, which seems to be in question as of today. But first, we're going to talk about the Bleacher Report. It says a member of Tyson Fury's team paid Farmer $25K to hide failed drug tests. So basically what they're saying is that this farmer, somebody got in contact with this farmer out of Tyson Fury's team to ask could he, fabricate a lie that he gave them boar meat, and the boar meat contains some type of steroid or some performance enhancing natural occurring substance in the meat. And he did that. And as the story goes, that Tyson Fury and him, I guess, didn't pay this guy. He's 70 plus years old, according to the story. He gave statements to the lawyers of Tyson Fury saying, before he went to the, was it UCAD, the UK VADA type, place to do the testing. And he wrote statements saying that, he supplied meat. So, as you get older in age, righteousness starts to set in your heart. This old man probably feeling guilty about this, not to mention because he hasn't got paid, that he wants to tell the truth before he goes to the grave. So this guy, he's reneging on his story, and he's saying that he didn't supply them meat, and he lied. So now we're at a crossroads. Tyson Fury's character's in question again. So, I mean, where do we go from here? How wrong does a man have to be considered wrong? The glove, nobody can explain it. The more videos they make trying to debunk it, they actually prove that they intentionally didn't lace his gloves up correctly. So they need to stop with the videos. They need to stop with the, trying to debunk. Just let the proper people handle this. There's more than enough evidence swirling on the internet that his glove was not on his hand. So what's the end result? The end result is look into this. If not, you might have a boycott on your hand. These people might say they don't want to see sports that's not fair. Deontay Wilder could have lost his life. Tyson Fury acted in reckless abandonment. He didn't care anything about this man's health and safety. He just wanted to win, and he wanted to win at all costs, if that even meant hurting another fighter. So, I mean, you being into sports and being into high impact sports, what's your take on this? What do you think about, people being dirty in sports and not playing fair?
I mean, in itself, I believe it's wrong. You got people out here who actually train and take stuff the natural way, yes, whether it's through fruits, vegetables, or supplements. Then you have people out here who's, taking banned substance and PEDs like a Tyson Fury. That's not fair, especially in a combative sport like boxing. That's cheating, like you said. Deontay Wilder could have lost his life in there, and he should be, in my opinion, he should be punished for that. Just like in football, basketball, or even baseball, you should be punished for things like that.
When you looked at the videos and saw his glove flopping, and what was your first thoughts? Do you believe that his hand was fully in the glove or not?
No.
Okay.
No, his hand was not fully in the glove.
Okay. So then, some of the arguments are, what type of advantage would that give? What do you think the advantage would be for his hand not being properly seated in the glove?
for him to be able to hit with more power and, you know, to when he hit Deontay Wilder, it was more effective. He could have more of an effective punch. His reach advantage would be a little bit, you know, longer, and you know, that's just the advantages that he will have.
I think a lot of people are saying, oh, you know, the videos they're doing trying to debunk, they're kind of throwing a slap and punch like, oh, this isn't any more effective, but they're missing the point that the palm of your fist in karate and Muay Thai and all these different other martial arts are known to break bones, boards, and everything. So they're missing the point.
Right.
Bass Rutten, I think his name is, who's a former UFC fighter, he did a video on this, and he was showing how the palm strike, wrist strike is very deadly and can kill you. So, you know, them trying to debunk it by saying, oh, it's not that much more power. First of all, it's a distraction. It disables Deontay Wilder for the right hand, which is what he want to throws anyway.
Right.
And it gives him a length advantage where Deontay Wilder can't get his distance and his footing properly to throw his right hand, because if you look in the fight, he was just barely missing them. So those 2 to 3 inches that the Tyson Fury had on his glove worked. It worked. Yeah. Hasim Rahman did an interview. I did this. This was my last video. You go back and look at my last video I just did. Hasim Rahman just said, it's no way that Tyson Fury came in with all this power overnight like that. When Deontay Wilder just went 12 rounds with him and called him a pillow fist and said he couldn't hit, barely looked unscathed at the end of the fight in the post-conference fight, you know what I'm saying? Conference rather, I'm sorry. So it's like, you know, there's a lot of questions looming. Plus his background, his resume is not clean.
No,
so
it's not, you know, just go back. This fight right here makes you question his whole career.
Right.
You know, the fight that he had, you know, before Klitschko, you know,
Christian Hammer,
Christian Hammer, the referee came over there and checked his gloves before the fight. And if you look at the referee, it's funny because if you look at the referee's face, he just had a disdain look of disgust on his face, like, what's going on? What, like, this is boxing. You're supposed to have your hands in the gloves at all time. Like, what are you doing?
So go. I'm sorry.
So like I said, I got to question his whole career. I have to question his whole career from the PEDs, you know, because he got suspended if I'm not mistaken, he got suspended at the Vladimir Klitschko fight.
Right.
The PEDs.
Right.
Then this fight. Then this was a sparring partner.
Yeah, sparring partner. Nicholas Ashbury.
Nicholas Ashbury.
Shout out to Nicholas Ashbury for being a voice and coming out telling the truth, not scared to speak your truth. Celebrate you.
You know. He said that he took the padding out the gloves, or allegedly took the padding out the gloves.
Right, and he made a video showing it.
So you have to question this whole man's career, man, with the boxing, man.
If we go back to the pre-fight interview when Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury were talking, Deontay Wilder said something very important. What he said was, "I resurrected your career. You were sitting at home mentally depressed and on drugs." Now, let's take that statement and couple it with what this farmer is saying about him helping him with his failed drug test. Had this farmer not come forth, or had he not helped Tyson Fury with his drug test, Tyson Fury would still be sitting at home on cocaine, on drugs, depressed. So this guy is feeling bad because he knows Tyson Fury is where he is now based on his help that he did for him. So you see what I'm saying?
Based on the statement that he made.
Based on the statement that he made, he knows that Tyson Fury is where he is now based on that, and he feels guilty about that. Right. So Deontay Wilder was right when he said that, but Deontay Wilder didn't know anything about this, that this was going to surface about this guy helping him, you know, lie about his drug test, saying he gave him boar meat. So this is just, he shouldn't even been in a position to be fighting for a world championship after he got caught in the Klitschko thing. So this guy has a history of being deceptive, dishonest, but they want to put on a clean savior type, you know, from rags to riches story. He came from the bottom, now he's on the top. Yes. All of it's fabricated. It looks like Hollywood. So now you have the sanctioning bodies and the Nevada State Athletic Commission. What are they going to do about it to show that this guy has been cheating? His whole resume should be in the question No doubt about it. I don't even think he should be able to box anymore.
Absolutely.
He knows in his heart of hearts that he's not a true champion. He's a champion of cheating. He knows that. Yeah. If you look at, and you could say, okay, we know Deontay Wilder is not the most technical boxer in the world. We know that, but this man made it to the WBC heavyweight championship and becoming a champion for 5 years reigning, 10 or 11 title defenses. So he has to have some type of skills. You just can't say he can't box. He's not. That's BS.
And you know, not only that, and to add to his resume, he went to the Olympics.
He went to the Olympics.
Bronze medalist.
He won America a bronze medal, but there's no honor and no thank you for that. So, you know, to say he's not a good, that's BS. Deontay Wilder has made better strides and has made, improvements in his game that I saw. That second fight against Ortiz, he did some magic against Ortiz. He walked Ortiz right into that right hand. I watched it. He was parrying his jab. It was just technical. It was a good fight. So people get off of that. We know he's not a Muhammad Ali. He's not supposed to be Muhammad Ali. He's supposed to be Deontay Wilder, who he is, who the creator made him to be.
Absolutely.
So he's not here to be a Mike Tyson, and he's here to be Deontay Wilder, the bronze bomber. So to say that he's not a good boxer, okay, Tyson Fury is elusive to be a big man and he can move and all this, but he can cheat too. So he can cheat too. So let's throw that in there.
Very well.
You know what I'm saying? We can throw that in there. So your arguments are futile. They make no sense. They're just jibber jabber, and they come off as racist. Somehow this has turned into a racist issue when it's about boxing, and it's unfortunate. But the thing I want to say before we get out of here is that one thing that has happened is that Tyson Fury's advantage has been taken away. So now he has to fight for real. So all that coming forward, is he going to do that now? Because he didn't come forward in the first fight. So what made him, want to come forward in the second fight? Don't say change of plans. No, he knew that when he was in that first fight, he was hitting him with that glove and nobody saw it. He got away with it. So he said, hey, I perfected it. Nobody saw it. So the second time is going to be even greater.
So basically, it was like an experiment.
It was a dry run.
A test run to try it the first time to see what he can do and see angles and stuff like that. And like you said, nobody noticed it.
Nobody noticed it.
Nobody noticed it in the first fight.
So here we are. The trilogy is coming up. If America has a history of looking away from atrocities and not holding people accountable because of race and different colors and creeds and nationality, and that's not fair. In our country, that's pretty much the norm. So at best, his advantage has been taken away, and he has to box for real. So now he's going to really be exposed. So what now? So I look forward to the trilogy. I think they should hire Nazeem Richardson as a consultant to look at those gloves, because he is the glove.
The concierge.
Concierge. He finds wraps, he finds tape, he finds plaster, he finds it all. So it's unfortunate, but their hero is made up. He's fabricated.
Yeah, of course. And like I said, I just want to see this fight on a even playing field.
Yes.
From the gloves down to the drug test, down to everything. Like I said, this is a combative sport, and anybody can get killed in the ring at any time. But I just want to be on even playing field on both sides. But Tyson Fury, he's gonna have to come out and really box and try to box, because everything from the gloves and the other stuff, he's been caught. So you can't run, you can't hide, and like they say, what's ever in the dark comes to the light.
And what's interesting is that he's cut off all his comments on his IG page, and if it was me and somebody said I did something, I would move very quick to exonerate my name. I would do a live stream showing how I lace my gloves up to exonerate myself. So he kind of feels that, he doesn't have to respond to this and it'll just go away. But new media,
no,
the digital age is not letting this go away, because this stands for more than just boxing. This is an analogy for a certain demographic of people that are not going to be pushed over anymore. And this is 2020. 2020 vision means clear vision. We see this stuff now. And we're not going to go for it. So, the power of this digital media is something else. So all the channels, like Boxing Eagle, Young Pharaoh, Blue Bud Sports TV,
Shout out to him.
Fannin Channel, Fannin International. It's a whole bunch of them. I'm sorry, guys, that, I can't call you off the champ side. These guys have done a wonderful job of keeping this in the forefront and not letting it go, because, this is a war of attrition, meaning that this is not a short walk. This is something that has to be hammered over and over and over to people pay attention that these guys aren't letting go. Hey, we got to look at this. So keep going, keep making your videos, keep coming up with evidence, because guess what? When you're untruthful, the truth is always going to shine through. So
absolutely,
just keep going. Shouts out to all new media. Do your thing. We appreciate your work. We appreciate your constant, salute. We appreciate your constant effort, and it's going to keep turning and turning and turning, and more is going to keep coming out, because that's the nature of it. When you do something wrong, or you put that out there, it has to come back to you, because you are the creator of it. See, that's what they're forgetting. They're forgetting that they're the creator of it. When you cheat, you get cheated. When you're a liar, you get lied to. You see what I'm saying? So, hey, we got to just take it for what it was. We're going to keep watching this, and this story is going to keep developing. Stuff is going to keep popping out. Stuff is going to keep coming out. So we're just going to stay tuned and see what's up and keep it going and keeping new media pumping. Peace.
Peace.
Always remember to like, comment, and subscribe on the channel. Hit the bell icon for notifications so you can know when I'm uploading new content. Peace.